I'm Lucas from Kiss FM from São Paulo.
Nice to meet you.
So, nice to meet you guys. For the start, Johannes and Henrik, thanks so much for being here with us. For people are just discovering Avatar now, how would you describe the band's current moment with the release of Don't Go in the Forest?
How we would describe the current moment? What do you mean?
Yeah, yeah, with the band and with this new album.
Well, I guess we are in a pretty good place, right, Henrik? We
Yeah,
yeah,
people seem to like the music, and the tour that we just went on went well. So
yeah,
yeah.
and I think one big th takeaway about the current state of the band, I guess, with where we are at now is it's our 10th album. And when I look in the catalog of other bands, 10th albums can mean a lot of different things. It's sometimes it's great, but not always, you know. And I think there's something to be said about the bands who are able to stay hungry, stay curious about things, really wanting to achieve something, not taking anything for granted. And I think as far as the state of the band is right now, that's one thing. We're hungry as hell, you know.
Yeah. And the release, you say that the secret ingredient is that it feels like you are just getting started, even in
Hmm.
your 10th album. What makes you feel like you are still at the beginning?
Well, speak for myself. Part of it might be imposter syndrome that I simply think I suck and I try not to suck and I'm working on it. But
Mm,
what that might mean is or what it means is again this curiosity part of it as no matter how much we new things we try or try to put into our music, no matter uh, what direction we take, or like this, for every direction we take, there are 1,000 directions we don't take. And because we love making music, we love making our metal and all that, we will never in one lifetime get to do everything we want to do. So, in that sense, compared to where we could go and what we can learn and what we can experience through the music, yeah, we're just getting started.
yeah. Uh, Johannes says that Don't Go in the Forest is full of things you've never done before,
Hmm.
with songs and concepts you had never approached until now. So, what kind of new things did you explore this time musically and in terms of ideas?
Oh, well, a lot of very practical musical things, I would say, right? There
Yeah,
is,
the big men choir,
yeah,
German
exactly.
choir, and strings and brass and all that.
All these real instruments that we didn't, all the things that we might have done on synthesizers before or whatever are real instruments on this one. So that was a huge deal to us. I also, speaking for myself, that I recorded on piano. I played some piano live in the past, but in the past, when we have had
Yeah,
piano on the album, I never had the confidence to be the one who would play it. But this now it was time, you know. So I finally joined the band. You know, I can be with the guys and carry an instrument, talk shit about the lead singer, all
You're
those
one of us
things.
now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm finally one of the band, so I can get a shittier visa than the singers get.
Oh yeah, we gotta figure that out. How we
Yeah,
can
who will
bump
be
you
the O
down.
one and now? Yeah, I'm a loser now. Damn it. No, so there's a lot of musical stuff like that, and I think that also, now uh, I think in the nitty-gritty of the songwriting of arrangements, like as Henrik is here in this interview, I would say this is in many ways, our best bass album.
yeah,
Well, thank you, but yeah, maybe.
Now, but also just no, you always nailed your parts, but I mean, and play well. But I mean, in terms of, I feel keep evolving, like because I think when you start a metal band and the kind of metal band that we were in the beginning, like it's you find a drummer and look how fast can his feet move, and you find a bass player and how fast can his fingers move, Alex Webster,
Yeah.
and that is our roots. And of course, that it has changed and a lot of things has happened since we were 16. But just in terms of having I think just aside from being, heavy fucking metal, the minutia of that, what the rhythm section does and why in different parts, I think that has evolved a lot in the past few years, and especially on this album, I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
the next,
I mean I feel the same way about John's playing in many ways, and I guess
Mhm.
that's just how like the result of playing together for 20 years. Like we
Yeah,
know each other way better now than before.
exactly. And the rhythm section is always, I think, the most. Well, I don't know. I haven't been in many other bands since I turned 16, but I feel like that is one of the secret sauces to make things actually groovy, no matter if you like, yeah, because sometimes we rock, sometimes we're total death metal, but we always want to be groovy. And if a drummer and a bass player get to evolve alongside each other, then a lot of things happen that it's not that we had, hours of meetings talking about how they should play, but they just develop a style next to each other growing up. And that gives similar instincts, I feel, to
Yeah,
where to push, where to pull, where to, and and that is one of those things where I feel like over time if we're lucky that you want to turn into Deep Purple basically that in another 40 years, oof, how groovy we will be.
so the next question leads to you, Henrik.
yeah.
Avatar has always had a very theatrical side, but at the same time, very heavy and groovy foundation. On this new
Hmm.
record, what did you enjoy the most recording on bass? And is there any song where you feel the bass really carries a big part of the atmosphere?
Well, the song "Don't Go in the Forest" is obviously very bass driven, and yeah, that's one that I feel is it's hard. It was hard. It was a lot of work to nail, but I feel like the bass is a very important part of that song, obviously.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's a favorite to play now that I know it. But what was the other question you had?
Uh, what did you enjoy
Like a
the most recording?
enjoy the most?
Yeah.
Well, I think like the fact that we record live, me and John. That's my favorite part because I never really enjoyed going into a studio and just playing parts like that. So I think that me and John are playing together. Well, we all play together in the beginning, and then we keep drums and bass. That's how we did it this time. And I think, yeah, that's my favorite part, just being able to play the songs live and keeping most of it for my part.
Okay. And you guys describe Avatar is not just a band, but is a conceptual art,
Mm.
connecting what people hear with what they see. So how much of that vision comes from those early days when you were teenagers starting the band, and how much was built over the years touring and performing?
Yeah, I would say there's nothing from the early days in terms of thinking like that, that is something we learned over the years, that we uh, because in the beginning, yeah, you hear some bands, you get into the music and you want to start your own band. I want to do that thing, but you don't even know maybe what that thing is or what it could be, So, so it has grown over the years. The big turning point was Black Waltz, where it all came together. Because before that, we had released 3 albums and evolved a bit, went on a few tours, taken some pic, done some things, but I don't think it never came together for us until with Black Walls, where I think before that, we knew that a band was supposed to have some kind of image, right? Image is important, but we were never good at having an image in the early days. We never knew what that, I don't think we really knew what that meant or how to connect that to who we were.
Let's wear black.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's an
And
image, right?
that was one of the better ideas. Remember the ties that John bought?
Yes, I do.
But at least he tried something. No, but it's just because we didn't. I don't think we have made a connection between because the reason I keep talking about now that that everything is art, I think another way of putting it is that the music comes from within us, right? And the music always came from within. What excited us? What did we want to do? And whatever. And then we discovered, I think, that how we dress or what kind of music videos we do and everything, that could also come from within. That can come from the same place as the songs. And that could be part of your self-expression. And there, the whole metal circus and enjoying making music videos and sometimes be super dark and, you know, serious, I guess, and sometimes very silly and humorous and all that, that we start to whatever our hearts are full of is what we use now at any given time. And to make that connection and yeah, to understand that what shoes to wear on stage or whatever is also can also come from within. That I think is all where the concept art thinking where it came from. And totally not there when we were younger.
Yeah. We almost running out of time. So, what message would you like to send to your Brazilian fans? And is there any chance that we see you guys maybe next year on Latin America?
I have seen our schedule, but I can't tell you yet. And as far as Henrik, you're doing Duolingo. What's your
Yeah, I can.
message to the Portuguese fan?
I'm not gonna try that.
Yeah, you
But
can
yeah,
tell how many.
we
I'm sure I remember Duolingo in every language is the same thing, right? So I'm sure you can
Yeah,
tell how many brothers you have, or have you done numbers yet?
yeah,
yes, I have. But yeah, we obviously can't wait to come back and play. It's been great every time, and yeah, can't wait for it.
And it's about time we do a headline show. That's what we look forward to
Oh
now.
yes,
Because we had done really cool stuff in Brazil, you know.
yeah,
We opened for Iron Maiden and we played at festival and we got to spend some time on the beach again through Henrik having these connections that took us around. So everything great. You know what we haven't done yet in Brazil? We haven't worked our asses off for 2 hours on stage nonstop.
well, that's
So
the next thing we need to do.
exactly. Exactly. And that is stay tuned, everybody. But that's what's gonna happen next time. And
It's
we look
being
forward
worked
to
on.
it. Mm,
yeah. We expect it for a headline show too.
exactly.
So, thank you for your time, guys.